welcome to an episode of The Unapologetic Instructors. You're here with Jonesville Dirty.
And Primetime Fitz.
So, this is going to be part 2 of You Want to Be an Instructor? Let's see if you really want to be one. So, first off, we're looking for people that want to be here.
True.
That not just want to earn the money, because there is a financial gain to it at some point.
Absolutely.
But more so is putting safer people on the road, teaching people the right things to become successful for their own ambition to earn.
True. And making I think it's making the industry safer and better as a whole. And I think at the end of the day, when you're safer, you actually end up being more profitable.
Oh yeah, that's very true. So I'm gonna give a small list of some things that it requires to become a PSD instructor or TNT here at Prime. First off, you have to have a safe driving record regarding preventable accidents, citations, inspections, and critical events, with an emphasis on the last 60 days. Mm-hmm. So that goes through safety, as far as clearing you for safety. Now the next one will be going through logs.
So how long does it take for a preventable to actually come off to where I can actually go ahead and do it? So say, for instance, if I had a preventable within, like say, within a year.
It's going to take that year.
Is it going to take the year? Okay.
It's going to take that year.
Okay.
I mean, they want to make sure that it's not that it wasn't just a fluke.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay.
And so then the next department you would have to clear is logs.
Oh, logs be a good one, because y'all like to use that PC.
Run that PC up.
Yep. Or you like to, just be off duty when you need to be showing sleeper berth and all that kind of stuff. Like, you got to make sure your logs are on point, because you can't really teach
What
logs.
you can't do.
Exactly. Like that whole saying, it's like, if you can't do, teach. Not with that one.
Yeah. So next, the qualifications are, to be a PSD instructor, you have to have 2 years of driving experience per FMCSA.
Yep. That's here recently. Everybody's, well, you got to do it in 9 months. It's like, yeah, but this is something that came out after, was it February
7th?
February 7th. You have to have at least 2 years to do pre-CDL, which is the PSD portion. What can you do for TNT?
So at TNT, you can actually do TNT at 6 months of OTR with 60 days of lead seat experience at Prime.
I think that's a golden opportunity.
Oh yeah, for some of these new drivers, even you guys that's just sitting back saying, I'm gonna make it a year. Yeah. After you get off TNT, from the date of hire, starts your OTR experience.
Okay, you can stack your money for that. Even if you do at the 6 month mark, you can stack your money for those next few months, and you can, more than likely, that'll influence your decision on whether or not you want to stay or not.
Oh yeah. Now you have to have the kicker, the net fuel cost versus the average.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know your net fuel cost, it's in your Prime mobile app, as well as contact your fleet manager. See things that you can do for all you guys that's out there saying, hey, I'm gonna run 65 miles an hour. I gotta get the load there.
No, you don't. All of our loads are actually they're planned out at 55 miles an hour.
Yep.
So if you're having to go 65 to make sure that you get your load there on time, that means that you're one of those guys that only run like 300-400 miles a day and then shut down.
Or piss poor trip planning, to be honest.
That's true.
I mean, if you can't plan your trips, do we really want you training someone else to?
No.
So, I mean, definitely contact your fleet manager, go inside your mobile app, look at your net fuel costs. It's not for 1 week. You want to look at a 4-week average.
Yep.
You want it to generally be, and lease operators would know better, you want it to be generally lower than 0.14.
True.
So that goes into play. And then you have to do the PSC class within the last 6 months.
And I will give this, I'll give this a little idea. So on your guys' trucks, like whenever you want to really try to monitor what your fuel mileage is, what I try to do is into that the trip portion. I know the Freightliners have them.
Yeah.
Where they goes individual trip and it shows what the MPGs were for that individual trip, and you have legs that you can be okay, reset the leg. We whenever I did team, like we made sure that we were above, like we were around 8, up into 9.
Which is a good gauge.
Exactly.
It's not totally off of Prime's configuration.
No, but it's a ballpark.
But it's within
Exactly.
a certain ballpark of it.
Exactly.
As well as you can check out on performance, it also tells you in between per trip as well.
Also, on a weekly basis, shows you your net fuel cost on my fuel as well.
Yeah. So now the PSC class, and I mean, a lot of people, actually I got in trouble for taking it as a joke. But, bullshit. But not that it's a joke. It's also understanding what you're seeing and what you're coming into. Yes, I'm swatting this damn fly. I need a swatter.
You need a swatter? Nope, no swatter.
No swatter. So, guess we gonna have to
We haven't
play
made it
with
yet. We don't have a swatter.
So I'd like y'all to welcome the Fly to the show because he seems to want to stay. So, with that, taking the PSC class, take it seriously. Do try to learn something from it, something that you may have missed. And for you PSDs that's coming out of class,
True.
ask. Ask if you could take it before you go out on TNT. You've learned something during the PSD phase, but ask.
Exactly. PSD is more so the side of it where you're just focused on getting your license with that pre-trip backing and road. The PSC class, even with the with utilization of the simulators in a different way than what they had been used previously, is going to kind of put you in simulated real case scenarios to where you have people jumping out, and it's going to give you an idea of what you're going to get whenever you get out on that road into those small country roads, which we know that we use for delivering and receiving.
Yeah. Now, the ACE2 class for your lease operators has to be taken within 3 years.
Yep.
Now, with the PSC class and the ACE2, normally when you schedule in to come into class, because first and foremost, your dispatcher has to want you to do it.
Yeah.
Fleet manager, dispatcher, they have to want you to do it. So that's your first person you got to clear or convince.
Oh, but my fleet manager doesn't want me to do it.
Why not?
Exactly. I would say that that's really kind of on you, because to have a fleet manager say he doesn't want to have a trainer on his board is kind of hurtful to him, but also if you're unsafe or you're not practicing what Prime wants you to do, it's not going to be in the best interest for him to say, yeah, go ahead and do it. That's when you need to start looking at yourself to be like, why is he saying no?
And it's just not a Prime thing where these carriers are trying to create teams and can create traders. This is a nationwide thing.
Yeah.
Every major carrier is trying to create that team atmosphere as well as a training atmosphere.
Sure.
They like to bring in their own drivers. So definitely, if you're with another company, definitely talk to them and find out what is it
Very much.
that is required from you.
Yep, because we got a whole bunch of, we call them old heads, that are on the way out. Because look at what the average age of the truck driver is. We need to start driving that age down, because a lot of the guys that have been in forever, that they're starting to phase out. There's not a lot of people that are coming in to take their place.
So with that said, the ACE2 class, the PSC class, when you sign up for the classes to become an instructor or a trainer, you're pretty much going to do that when you come in town.
Yep.
When you get here, that's probably one of the first classes you're going to take.
Shoot, I would almost want to take it on a monthly, because you can take it on a monthly basis or every other month or so, and you get $100 for doing it. That's easy money.
You in the yard, you ain't doing nothing but coming for a free breakfast. Might as well get some free money too.
Truck in the shop, on top of getting shop pay, you're going to end up getting $100 for the PSC, man. Find that hustle.
Oh yeah. So, and don't think that we're just pushing for training or an instructing.
No.
We're not just pushing that. There's other ways, because what if I don't get along? I don't really like people.
A lot of truck drivers, and as a whole, are antisocial. It's not a bad thing.
I want to be by myself though.
You can still be profitable.
Can I? How?
You can, as long as you know the job. Is if you're optimizing yourself and you're knowing freight lanes.
Man, damn that. I drive 11 hours.
Depends on where you're driving 11 hours.
Man, I could do it. I could do this all day, baby.
Okay. 11 hours. Okay, like eventually you're going to end up doing, more likely end up doing a 34 if you're doing 11, because more than likely you're probably going to go going over 11. So I would say that you want to start learning. If you want to stay at, say, at prime, I would say that if you want to jump over into the lease side, you're going to end up wanting to do the, you're going to end up wanting to find out what your load pays, where the good loads are coming out of, where to run optimal, looking at the meat belt.
Looking at the meat belt, looking at the produce, understanding how these freight lanes truly work.
True.
And so common do I hear lease operators or even company guys, they're deadheading me over here. Why am I deadheading over there?
Mm-hmm.
Don't just say I'm deadheading. If I'm dropping here and this load pays $1.10 a mile, what's the reload out of that area? Not just I'm being screwed on this end.
You're not being screwed. It's look at it this way. It's like they know, because at the end of the day, that fleet manager has to be profitable because you're profitable. So in order for him to make sure that you're profitable, there's sometimes that you have to do a deadhead because there may not be profitable loads that are in your area. There may not be, like, there's sometimes, like, I've done like almost like 600-mile deadheads.
Yeah.
As a team, like whenever we were doing really hard freight, I had to go deadhead from only Illinois back to California because that's where all the team freight was going or coming out of. So I mean, there's certain times that you're going to the money. Would you rather sit and wait and hope that you get a really good paying load out of that area, or would you rather go to the money? Me personally, I'd rather go to the money.
So what you basically baselining what we're saying is, don't be a dumbass.
Yeah.
You got to learn whether you want to be an instructor, whether you want to be a trainer, whether you want to be a team, or you want to be a solo operator. What you have to do is figure out your niche and truly learn the job. It's not about just jumping behind the wheel and the money gonna drop in your lap. Learn the job.
Learn the game inside the game.
And there definitely is one. And I mean, that's how a lot of people do profit, is truly learning. There's lease operators that come out, cool with one truck, but then, hey, why not build a mini fleet?
What's that? What's a micro fleet?
A mini, it's very, very small, but a growing fleet. You can very much lease one, put a driver that you may have trained or a driver you know coming in, put them in there.
Right.
They still receive company benefits.
And you're going to get the profit from that.
From that truck, off the top.
So that's the thing too, is that, and especially here at Prime, like Robert loves his micro fleets.
He promotes growth.
He really does. So the thing is, like, we have several micro fleets that are here, and I actually did a video about micro fleets over on my page that we talk about, because we had students at the time that were sitting and waiting.
Yeah.
So, like, but the thing is, micro fleets are, especially if you're wanting to grow your business, like there are several large businesses that it basically turned into their own company outside of Prime that started as a micro fleet.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's how, if you actually want to be, that's long money. That's getting yourself into this business and actually elongating it.
So the baseline is, I mean, you want to become an instructor, trainer, definitely follow the tips that we gave you, as well as that is the required criteria. It's right here in black and white. So at least follow that and have a passion for it. I was in the military.
Not just you.
Oh, you were too.
Yeah.
But I was in the military. So, and I had soldiers under me. So I could do this right here all day.
I had sailors under me. Doesn't sound as good.
Yeah, it really don't. But the point is, that's cute. I was a manager.
Yep.
That's cute. This is a different job, a different feel. Period. learn your job, learn your field. Don't come in with the sheer arrogance that you're the best and you're not the best.
Don't take the easy way out.
No.
Don't just look for the path of least resistance. Look to forge your own path.
So, on behalf of the unapologetic instructors, you got Jonesville Dirty.
And Primetime Fitz.
If you like these videos, you know what I'm saying, these been helpful in any kind of way, we want you to ding, 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 ring the damn bell.
Right.
We want you to subscribe.
Like, comment, let us know what kind of videos that you guys see out there, what kind of videos, like the questions of what you have, put them in the comments and we'll see if we can't try to make a video, because this video is coming actually from one of the questions that we actually got in the comments on one of the lives. So, I mean, this is how the content of what you guys want, this is what we're going to be pushing forward.
We up out of here, baby.
All right. I do.
Why?
Because this happens naturally.
He had shades on in the middle of a fucking dark ass room.
Damn straight. I even,
All
I even wear my sunglasses at night.
Well, you know. Do you?
I wear my sunglasses at night. Yeah, I do. That song's about me.
Was YMCA about you too?
No, in the Navy was.